Yes, thank you so much for watching this short clip for the announcements. I have finished grading everything that you did in the module 2, and so I wanted to give some feedback on that and look forward to what is coming up. So first of all, I want to reiterate the theme that we have been working with in the last few days. He is risen. I hope that you had a wonderful Easter moment where we reflect on the sacrifice that Jesus made for us so that we can have eternal life. I think that this past weekend was just awesome. There was personally, I had attended a few shows in different churches, and it was just so nice to see people presenting this message in a very, very live way. So it was very, very encouraging and inspiring, and a big blessing to me as well. A few things that I want to commend you for. Number one, there has been a steady improvement in academic writing. I'm very glad with that. Let's keep going like that. Don't go back to because sometimes when we have we change and then we go back to how we used to do things before. Let's try to stick to the best practices that we are developing here. There was a clear understanding of theory, so that is good. So for theoretical framework, we need to have theories, and people now have a lot of theories that they have come up with. So it is very clear. More and more critical thinking is being witnessed in your writing. That is very good, because not everything that you read is truth or is without is perfect. Sometimes we have certain issues that the author was not able to find, and this is true with every work that we read. At the doctoral level, we want to be able to take a step back and say, hey, wait a minute, what's wrong with this thinking? What is wrong with the facts or the conclusions that this person is drawing? There has been also an improvement in the feedback that is being left on the posting, on the original postings. Some of you, what you have done, when I leave feedback there, I intentionally leave the feedback there when you still have time to go back there, so that if there is something that you can improve that, and then you don't lose points for that. And some of you have done that, and that's wonderful. So it's once you post there, it's always nice to go back probably on Monday or Tuesday to see what other people have said, and see if there's something that you can interact with from what people posted on your original posting. You don't just post and then disappear. I'm sure you know that. So a few other things. Check other people's concept maps for your personal improvement. If your conceptual framework, if your concept map, if I had something that you need to improve on, you may want to see what other people did, and sometimes you are able to improve your own. I have talked to some of you who said, oh, after I checked what other people posted, it was like, wow, okay, so I think I can do mine like this. So you are able to improve their own work. You need to read and respond to posts left on your original post. I talked about that. Attend APA webinar if you're still losing points on APA. Not many of you are struggling with that, but some of you still have that. And I'm trying to be very specific on where the areas where you need to improve. If you didn't mention anything on APA, that means you're doing it well. Don't use non-permanent links. For example, the links that you get from Easy Proxy, these are the links that you get from using the online databases like EBSCOhost, Academic Premier, ProQuest. Those links are not permanent links. How do you know they're not permanent links? If you email it to somebody and they click on it, they are going to tell you that the link is not working or is inaccessible, or you need a username or password. So that is not permanent link. So we do not use that. We just don't use it. We just leave it blank. But if it's a link that anybody can click on anywhere and they are going to access directly the book or the article that you're referring to, then that is a permanent link. And in that case, we need to add that. Let's not use the book title or the article title in the paragraphs. I find people writing like, in his article entitled No Child Left Behind in the University Settings by Wa-Mbaleka 2001. No. The titles and the book titles, the book titles and the article titles must go only in the reference entries. Unless there is really, really, really a good reason for that, by default, they have to be only in the reference entries. Use your space only for real content, not the title. It's not enough for you to state that there is a goal or there's a theory without citing it. Some of you did that. So, okay, the authors presented their goal, the intellectual goal, or there was a theoretical framework that presented the theories, period. What are those theories? Or if you said there was an intellectual goal, what goal was it? State it so that we know what it is. Consider preparing papers for publication. I think by now you have come to realize that papers that are published, it's not necessarily because they are so good. It's just because somebody is bold enough to submit the paper for publication, and usually you are given feedback and then you revise until you publish your work. So if you have written a paper, 15 to 20 pages, double space, that you felt it was really, really good paper, you got an A for, please consider publishing that. And if you have never published, and you need some guidance, please talk to me, and I'll be happy to guide you with that. Because from every single one of you, what you present in your research article analysis, you were able to find a lot of mistakes, a lot of weaknesses of the article. That means you actually have the same level or better level of knowledge than the author you were reading, meaning you can actually publish. So don't be afraid of that. I always love to coach, to mentor my students into publication. Don't be afraid of it. It's not that hard if you are doing your doctoral work. A few other things that I want to highlight that are coming up. There are research workshops 1 and 2. I think you have tables that you are filling there. So when you are using a table, obviously you don't have to have complete paragraphs, 5 to 8 sentences each paragraph, because you are working with tables. So it's understandable. Just make sure that you are within the limit length that has been given in the instruction. I have added the completed dissertations of our EDD program on the homepage of our course. So if you want to see what we are working with, how they actually look like in a dissertation, a completed dissertation, you can look at that link and you'll be amazed to see the things that we're talking about. Something else I want to mention to you. I'm sorry, last week I posted an announcement for my talk just a couple hours before the talk. I had completely forgotten. So if you feel you might be interested in qualitative research, I'm inviting you to join my Facebook group. It has more than 8,000 people now. It's called Qualitative Research Connect. Qualitative Research Connect. Just if you're on Facebook, just click join, and then when I go there, I'm going to approve it, so that whenever there is an event that is coming up, you'll see it. I share some articles there, a lot of materials, conferences, and so on, so you can be updated on what is happening in qualitative research. So please join that if you are interested, really very much interested in qualitative research. It's not a requirement at all. It's only for those who may feel drawn to qualitative research. Next week, there is the American Education Research Association conference. It will be in Chicago. I will be there. If you are planning to attend that conference, please let me know so that we can get together, maybe for tea or something. It would be nice to meet you face to face. And if you are not planning to attend, there will be also the virtual aspect of this conference that will be in May. So if you're interested in the online or the virtual one, you can always check that on the website. But it would be nice if you happen to be in Chicago at this conference. The American Education Research Association is really the mother of all educational research here in the United States, and I would think even in North America or the Americas in general. It usually draws thousands of people during this conference. It will be my first time to attend it, but I have known about it for many, many years, and I'm sure many of you know that. So if you happen to be there, let me know so that we can get together. So with this, I wish you the very best as you continue your learning. Send me questions by email. Some of you have been emailing me. Some of you we have met individually on Zoom. That's perfectly fine. Please remember, I'm here to guide you, to support you, to make sure that you learn your very best way, so that you'll be ready for your dissertation as we prepare for the next research course, doctoral research course. That you'll have a strong foundation that you will need for the subsequent research courses. All right, God bless you, and we'll see you probably next week when we have another optional meeting, and I'll announce that next week. Bye-bye.